Hi, in this video we will take grammar. We will take to and enough. So let's start. Here, to and enough, both to and enough are used to talk about how much or how little of something there is. Okay, so we use to and enough to talk about how much, okay, of something there or how little of something there. We will know this in details right now. So let's start with to. We use to describe the negative effect of having more than necessary. Look at this very carefully here. If I am talking about to, so I am talking about having more than necessary. Let's have like example. For example, if you have a glass, okay, and you pouring water into this glass, and I fall the glass and they became of water, okay, and became full of water. So if I pour more water, so the water is starting to fall from this glass, right? That's right. Okay, so here is it with to here we use it and more than necessary. Okay, let's have some examples and we will understand it more. Let's start with it's too cold to work in the garden. So here too makes me understand that cold, the weather is very cold because I use to here. I say it's too cold, it's very cold to work in the garden. Let's see number 2. It's too late to see the film now. It started 20 minutes ago. So too late means you are very late about watching the film. It's about to end. You understand this? So let's continue here and see enough. Enough, we use enough to describe the effects of having or not having the right amount of something. Yes, here enough is the opposite of to. Okay, so let's have example. John isn't patient enough to work as a teacher. John isn't patient enough to work as a teacher. So here enough tells me that John isn't patient, okay, just a little of patient. He doesn't have like this patient that the job needs. No, he just a little bit of patient, but not patient, okay, like the dress isn't big enough. So I understand here that the dress isn't big enough, okay, like he just big a little, okay, not big enough. That's right. So let's have more details about enough. Enough here we can use before a noun. And when I use enough before a noun, it means all that is necessary. So if I will use enough before a noun, so enough here means that all is necessary. So let's have examples. I don't drink enough water. I don't drink enough water. So water here is very important, very necessary. You need to drink water, okay? Do you eat enough vegetables? So here means that you have to eat enough vegetables. You need to eat more vegetables, okay? It's very necessary for your body. My brother doesn't do enough exercise. So exercise very important and necessary for your body, okay? So let's continue. Here too we can use to and comes before it adjective or adverb. Let's see. We don't or we didn't play tennis yesterday. It was too cold. So here cold is adjective. So I understand the weather was cold and I put before cold too, so it was very cold. Number 2, we couldn't swim. The water was too cold. The same here. I says or I describe that the water is very cold here, okay? I would like to buy this jacket, but it is too expensive. I described the jacket is very expensive here, so I used to say very, very expensive. I couldn't buy it. Number 4. The man's voice was too soft. He spoke too softly. Here, soft is adjective, okay? And I say he's too soft, very, very soft. And soft, the other one, softly here means it's a adverb, okay, and says that his voice or the way of he spoke really, really softly, because I used to before softly, so I say it is very softly. Okay, so let's see, we have here not enough, and comes between not and enough, adjective or adverb. Hey, by the way, adjective, we use adjective to describe nouns and adverbs to describe verbs. Okay, so be in the middle or between enough, not and enough, we use adjective and adverb. So let's see the first question here, or the first example. We couldn't hear the music. We couldn't hear the music. Okay, it wasn't loud enough. It wasn't loud enough. So we here used was and add at the end not. We make it in at the negative. Okay, so we use in the middle of wasn't and enough, loud. Loud here is adverb or adjective. So let's see, if it describes the noun, so it will be adjective. If it describes adverb, so it will be if it was described verbs, so it will be adverb. We couldn't hear the music. Okay, it was loud. It wasn't loud. What? The music. So it is adjective, because music here is a noun. So number 2, we couldn't swim. The water wasn't hot enough. The water wasn't hot enough. So here I describe that water isn't enough hot. Okay, wasn't hot enough. Let's see, number 3, we need another letter. We need another letter. This one isn't loud enough. This one isn't loud enough. So here I used in the middle of isn't and enough, long. It's long enough. It's long enough, the letter. Okay, what is meaning of letter? Letter here is a tool. We use it to climb anything high. We need 2 pages. Okay, we need 2 pages. This one isn't big enough for 4 people. Okay, we used here not and enough, and the middle of them we used big. Okay, so big here is adjective, because we describe it for 4 people. So we use in the middle between not and enough, adjective or adverb. So let's see here, 2 and enough. After 2 and enough, after 2 and not enough, we can use 3 things: 2 and infinitive, or 4 plus noun, or pronoun. Okay, so let's just see here some examples. He is too young to go to work. He is too young to go to work. So we have here 2, right? And comes after 2 and infinitive. So let's see here. He is too young. So he's really young. To go. Here, to comes after it go. Go here in infinitive. Okay, so he is too young to go to work. Okay, we understand that to comes after it the noun. Okay, the noun. Okay, he's the subject. He's too young. Who? So young. He's too young to go to work. Number 2, he isn't old enough for the job. He isn't old enough for the job. So here we have here not and enough, and comes between not and enough we have here old. Okay, old here is adjective. So I describe that he is not old enough. Describe him that he isn't old. He's still young for the job. And I used after not and enough, for plus the noun. For plus the noun. So number 3, these jeans are not clean enough to wear to the party. So we have here not and enough, right? And comes between not enough adjective, and after them we saw to and infinitive. That's right. So to and infinitives here. To and infinitive, like where here is a verb, so, right? And this verb in the infinitive case. So this is all the usage of to and enough with all the forms. Okay, so if you have any example, you can tell me in the video or you can text me. Okay, so see you in the next video.